Okay, let's go.
In the beginning came the beasts, and all that creeps, crawls, and flies. Where nature lies, they're robots in disguise. Beast. And when you buy the Maximo Predacon 2-pack, you get a free Beast Wars comic book. Each sold separately.
Welcome everybody back to Beastman Review. Today we are going to be taking a look at none other than the Maximal leader, Optimus Primal. Now, this is not the other Optimus Primal from Beast Wars that I've done a review on. This one is actually the one that predates the Gorilla Optimus Primal, though he does keep the swords as a interesting little thing that I've noticed over the years. Swords and Primal they go together like hot dogs and mashed potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, speaking of Optimus Primal, I have another version of the Bat Optimus Primal. This one was the Takara eHobby exclusive. And for size comparison, he's significantly taller, but you can see where they're going with it. The bat wings is actually, by the way, it's a mind wipe mold. The yellow eyes, and the ears, they kind of tried making that work with the ones on his chest. They really went out with trying to make, the color decos pretty reminiscent of the original. So I give them props. I give them complete props for doing that. Also, they gave him swords, so pretty cool. Alright, so with this, there's actually a couple little cool things that's about this figure. So at the time, Kenner actually had the toy rights to Batman, so there's a lot of Batman inspiration that they used for this Transformer toy. Little fact some people don't really know, so I figured might as well just tell you. So swords. We're talking about swords. He does come with two, and you might be thinking, that's in there really good. A good quality back then. He does come with two swords. This one I've had for years. I don't know where it came from, but I just leave it plugged in. That's very clever weapon storage. In my opinion, the Beast Wars era figures had really clever storage for weapons. He does have articulation, a lot of ball joints. That's what I loved about the older figures. They had a lot of ball joints to them. So it's a good range of motion. The bicep and the elbow and the thigh and the knee are also on a ball joint, and the foot is on a swivel, including the head. So the head can turn. I won't test the limits. I will not. So there's plenty of molded detail. There's molded in hair for the bat. You can see there's the bat head. And Batman. Red on his legs and on his forearms. And he's got this really nice molded in bat face with yellow eyes. A lot of blue and a lot of off gray. There's the back side of him. So yeah, let's take a look at him in his beast mode, shall we? If he'll stand. Will he stand for this Primal? I appreciate that. Also, one more thing. This figure I got quite a few years back. It was one that I wanted since I was a kid, and I finally got it, so it sits on my Beast Wars shelf, and it looks awesome on that shelf. It's probably one of the few figures on there that is very more than just cherished. It's fully enjoyed to the max. So, well, let's maximize this Maximal, shall we? Alright, so here we have him in his bat mode, and I always thought this looked cool. I mean, it's a bat transformer, and I'm a big Batman fan. One other thing I'll point out after we talk about the bat mode, I'll go back to his robot mode. There actually is a actual mouth on there. Now, mind, it's old. and it doesn't want to stay shut, but it's actually, he's got painted teeth and he's got a painted tongue. Really nice texturized mold. I miss Beast Wars. I'm glad that Beast Wars came back into popularity. And as you can see, I forgot to put this in. Again, some of the most clever weapon storage for its time back in back in the 90s. So yeah, you could store his swords on the inner sides of his wings. Of course, if you look at the bottom, you're gonna obviously see that it, is a, robot. But the legs just kind of tuck away like so. You gotta make what you can do with. And on the bottom of his arms, there's little claws right there, so he can, fly around and do bat stuff, I guess. But yeah, it's really great. The mold has held up. Nothing's broken on this. It's sad when you see modern figures that are still in the box that are damaged. So this has withstood the test of time. Look at those ears. He hears you. He's like Ken Garf. He hears you. Yeah, it's a great little figure. If you're a Beast Wars fan, this is probably something that you've probably had or you probably don't have anymore. But it's something that everybody remembers. When you think of Beast Wars, these are like the first figures that you think of because they're the first ones that came out. So, let's take a look back at his robot mode. I want to show you one more thing because it harkens back to what I was talking about, the whole Batman thing. Alright, so we're back in his robot mode, and since I mentioned the Kenner Batman connection to the Bat Optimus Primal, a lot of the stuff that was kind of inspired by Batman, the head screams Batman, and I love it because I love Batman. I love Transformers. Where's our Batmobile Transformer at? Looking at you. Two companies that don't have anything to do with each other anymore. So the head is just screams Batman. Specifically how just the face itself, where like the mouth spot is, how the eyes are, the bat ears, and it's something that I don't think it's a lot of people are aware of, that there's a Batman inspiration to this figure. And so yeah, I love it. And one thing that I'd like to ask you is to leave a comment in the comment section. Did you used to have this figure? Do you still have it? What condition is it in? And do you still have his swords? I'm very curious to know, because these things can get lost, and by all means, you don't want to do that, right? So, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, and again, most importantly, please consider leaving a comment. I always love hearing back from my viewers. One more thing you can do is also, if you like this kind of stuff, if you like Transformers, you like newer, you like older, I post all that kind of stuff on my social medias. You can follow me on Twitter or X at Beastman Review. You can follow me on Instagram at The Mighty Beastman. And if you like collecting figures, I got a place for you to go. That is Planet Toys. You can visit them at www.planettoysutah.com. And as I always say, keep on rocking in the free world, and as he always says, maximize. Till next time. And here he is with the Transformers Beast Machines Optimus Primal. Very small in stature. Actually ended up not even looking like that in the show.